Do you ever feel like you're doing the right thing with your food in terms of counting your calories to make sure that you're not overeating, but that the scales just stops or isn't moving? Well, let's talk about why that might be happening and more so how it's not your fault. So your metabolic rate is the number of calories that your body burns just to stay alive. So that's breathing, keeping your heart beating, digesting food, and all that jazz. This is called your metabolic rate or your resting metabolic rate. So to take this a step further, there's a thing called metabolic adaptation. When you lose weight, particularly a lot of weight, your body adapts and it becomes more efficient and it starts burning calories at a lower rate than you would expect. And this is called metabolic adaptation or adaptive thermogenesis. Fairly big name, but it's your body's way of essentially trying to protect itself from what it thinks could be danger so that it can keep you alive and survive. Now, here's the kicker. This adaptation can last years. There was a famous study done that focused on contestants of The Biggest Loser TV show, something I've a vested interest in, having been a former contestant myself. 6 years after the show ended, on average, most of those contestants had regained the majority of their weight. However, their metabolic rate was still 500 to 700 calories lower than when they first started. That is huge. Despite them having regained the weight, their metabolic rate did not go back to where it was at the start. It was lower, meaning that their bodies needed less calories than they did when they were that way previously. This is why basic calorie calculators can be way off when you're using them online and ones like that. They don't know your history. They don't know that you may have metabolic adaptation. They don't know the changes in your body. Somebody who's dieted for years may burn hundreds fewer calories than somebody the same weight who has never dieted. So what can you do? Well, understanding metabolic adaptation helps us get real about the struggle. It's not just about willpower. It's biology. And it's why, for people like me, and maybe people like you, maintaining weight loss can feel like you're pushing a boulder uphill. The good news? Well, awareness is power and metabolic adaptation is real. You are not broken. Your body's just doing what it was built to do. And with the right support, you can move forward as well. I'm not going to say it's something that you can fix overnight. However, working with somebody like a registered dietitian or somebody that is suitably qualified in that area can really help you understand the potential impact that metabolic adaptation has had on you and how to optimize your nutrition to get you to a place where your body is being as efficient as possible with the fuel that you are taking. So it's not your fault. When you've been doing those calculators online and it has told you that you need X amount of calories and you're eating that X amount of calories, but you're not seeing the scales move, it's not your fault. It's literally just your biology has adapted.